the person you once knew has undergone a profound metamorphosis, a transformation that reaches far beyond the surface. The individual who once stood before you has evolved so deeply that their very essence has shifted. This change isn't a fleeting or cosmetic adjustment, it is a long-lasting and substantial reformation that touches every facet of who they are. Since the last time your paths crossed, they have embarked on a journey of growth and self-discovery that might, at first glance, seem difficult to grasp. Yet, every step of this evolution is imbued with the intention of becoming a more responsible, open, and loving person. In this new chapter of life, they have finally reached a point where accepting responsibility for their actions and the emotions that accompany them has become a priority. No longer is there a tendency to evade or suppress difficult feelings. Instead, they now welcome these emotions, allowing them to guide personal change. Each emotion, whether sorrow or joy, serves as a lesson, a stepping stone toward a more mature understanding of life. They recognize that every action carries weight, that each decision has consequences, and they stand ready to face these outcomes head-on. This newfound accountability is not born out of obligation but out of a sincere desire to grow and to honor the connection they share with you. What makes this transformation even more remarkable is their embrace of vulnerability. Gone are the days when fear dictated the boundaries of emotional expression. Today, they have learned that true strength often lies in the willingness to reveal one's authentic self, even when that self includes imperfections and scars. They now understand that vulnerability is not a sign of fragility, but rather a courageous act of honesty. Opening up to you, with all the flaws and idiosyncrasies that make them human, is a deliberate choice, a leap of faith that speaks to their deep desire for genuine intimacy. It takes tremendous bravery to show someone every raw detail of one's inner world, and this person is now more than willing to do just that. The separation that once existed between you both has not been without its cost. Being apart has left an undeniable void in their life, a deep and aching loneliness that permeates even the brightest days. They miss the sound of your laughter, the comfort of your presence, and the unspoken understanding that only true companionship can bring. It is in these quiet moments of solitude that the realization dawns: you are irreplaceable. No substitute, no fleeting distraction can compare to the comfort and completeness that your presence once provided. As they navigate through the complexities of rebuilding trust and re-establishing that connection, every thought is filled with the hope of rediscovering the bond that once defined your relationship. Aware of the challenges that come with mending broken trust, they are approaching the process with a blend of patience and determination. They recognize that trust, once fractured, takes time to reconstruct, a painstaking journey of small, deliberate steps. Each action is an effort to demonstrate that their intentions are sincere, that the person you once knew has not only changed but is actively striving to become someone who values integrity and accountability. Rather than trying to rush this process, they are allowing healing and growth to unfold naturally, step by careful step, respecting the pace that true transformation requires. A cornerstone of this journey is the deep spiritual connection you share. This bond, sacred and enduring, has long been a source of comfort and inspiration. They regard this connection as a divine gift, a blessing that imbues every moment of their existence with purpose and gratitude. And yet, amid the wonder of this profound love, there lingers a quiet question: why have they been graced with such unconditional love, even when feelings of unworthiness occasionally creep in? It is a paradox that they grapple with, feeling both deeply loved and, at times, undeserving of such a treasure. Even so, they are learning to accept and cherish this love, allowing it to transform them into a better version of themselves. The journey of change is not without its reminders of past shortcomings. Throughout life, they had once prided themselves on being fiercely self-reliant, a person who believed that no matter how insurmountable the obstacle, they could face it alone. That sense of independence, while a source of strength, also cast a long shadow of isolation. There were times, moments etched in memory, when you needed their support the most, and in those crucial instances, they were not there. The realization of how their self-imposed solitude contributed to your pain has become a heavy burden of regret. They are truly sorry for the moments when personal pride and the struggle to manage everything alone resulted in a failure to be present for you. They acknowledge that, in their quest to solve problems independently, they inadvertently allowed distance and hurt to grow between you. The process of awakening, a journey away from an old, self-centered life, is never an easy one. It required confronting uncomfortable truths, revisiting past mistakes, and summoning the courage to change. In this process of deep introspection and self-assessment, they have come to understand that the man they once were was limited by his inability to seek help, by a stubborn pride that made vulnerability seem like a threat. This arduous path demanded honesty with oneself, a willingness to face inner demons, and the determination to learn from the pain of past missteps. And though this journey was riddled with challenges, it was one that they recognized as necessary, not just for themselves, but for the relationship you share, and for the future they hope to build with you. Now, with a heart full of newfound wisdom and an eagerness to embrace change, they are ready to step forward into a future unburdened by the mistakes of the past. They have come to understand that seeking help, admitting vulnerability, and embracing imperfection are not signs of weakness, but rather reflections of true strength. With this realization, they are prepared to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Their resolve is firm, to become the person you deserve, to be present, compassionate, and unwavering in support. Every apology offered comes from the depths of a heart that has learned to value connection over isolation and humility over pride. Reflecting on the shared history between you two, they see that your relationship has always been more than just a simple bond. It is a dynamic interplay of souls, a profound intertwining that feels as though it stretches back through the ages. From the very moment you met, there was an undeniable sense of recognition, a deep, almost instinctive familiarity that transcended the ordinary. It was as if your souls had danced together in a past life, and that connection was destined to continue in this one. In seeking love that goes beyond the superficial, they deliberately chose the longer, more challenging route to arrive at you. They wanted to be sure that when they finally came into your life, they would be fully prepared to love you in the deep, transformative way that you deserve. This journey of love, as they have come to understand, is not defined solely by moments of joy or physical attraction. It is a saga of growth, self-realization, and the kind of soulful connection that defies time and circumstance. The evolution of your relationship is a living testament to the transformative power of love, a force that not only binds hearts together but also inspires individuals to confront their inner truths and become better versions of themselves. For every lesson learned, every hardship endured, there is now a renewed hope, a belief in the possibility of rebuilding what was once lost. In the midst of this ongoing cycle of emotion, of highs and lows, moments of rapture and times of despair, they find themselves yearning for the day when the storm will finally pass. There is a deep, aching longing for the moment when all the emotional turbulence will subside and be replaced by the serene, unbreakable unity that only true love can provide. Every attempt to step away from the pain, every effort to distance themselves from the memories, only serves to remind them more starkly of the significance of your presence in their life. It is as though the universe, in its mysterious wisdom, is constantly sending signals, subtle signs and synchronicities that reaffirm the unyielding bond between you. In dreams and quiet reflections, they imagine a future where you are no longer separated by circumstances or the weight of past mistakes. They envision days filled with shared laughter, spontaneous adventures, and the simple joy of being together without the constraints of a chaotic world. The thought of those moments, of vacations taken hand in hand and evenings spent wrapped in each other's warmth, is a beacon of hope, a promise that all the struggles endured will one day give way to a harmonious life where every shared moment is a treasure. It is in these quiet visions of the future that the full truth of their transformation becomes apparent. They have come to see that you are not merely an accessory to their existence, but the very core around which everything revolves. You are the steady, unchanging element amid life's constant flux. Even when it seems as if the two of you are moving in opposite directions, there is an undeniable gravitational pull, a cosmic dance where each orbit, no matter how distant it may seem, is designed to bring you back together. This realization has inspired a deep commitment to rebuilding what was once fractured. They are taking one measured step at a time, fully aware that healing and transformation are processes that cannot be rushed. Each day is approached with patience and deliberate care, knowing that the journey to restore trust and rekindle love must be nurtured slowly and steadily. Every small victory, every moment of honest communication, builds upon the last, forming a foundation strong enough to support the future you both envision. Along this path, the lessons of the past have been hard-earned but invaluable. They have learned that self-reliance, while commendable, can sometimes lead to a self-imposed isolation that prevents the kind of deep, supportive connection that true love requires. The times when they chose to shoulder burdens alone are now seen as missed opportunities, a time when your support was needed, but their pride got in the way of accepting it. This painful awareness is balanced by a sincere gratitude for the growth that these lessons have spurred. They now understand that reaching out, sharing vulnerabilities, and allowing oneself to be helped are the very acts that build the strongest bridges between hearts. Every apology they offer is not just a simple expression of regret but a heartfelt vow to do better. They are sorry for the moments when their focus on independence left you feeling abandoned. They are remorseful for times when their stubborn silence replaced the supportive words you needed to hear. Yet, intertwined with that regret is an overwhelming thankfulness for the wisdom gained, for the opportunity to evolve, and for the unwavering support you have continued to offer despite the setbacks. It is this blend of contrition and hope that fuels the promise of a renewed future. Looking back, it becomes clear that your influence has been a constant guiding light in their transformation. You have been more than just a partner, you have been a mirror, reflecting both the strengths and the flaws that had long been hidden in the shadows. In doing so, you have helped them confront those darker aspects of their personality with a bravery they never knew they possessed. Your love has challenged them to face their fears, to accept their imperfections, and to grow from each setback. It is because of you that they have learned to see vulnerability as a sign of strength and a doorway to true intimacy. The profound changes they have undergone are not the product of external pressures or fleeting trends, but stem from an inner resolve to become a better person. Like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone, they have methodically removed the rough edges of old habits and destructive patterns. In their place stands someone who is ready to embrace the future with open arms, a person who has learned from the past and is prepared to build a life filled with honesty, commitment, and deep love. Your shared journey is a testament to the power of love to transform lives. The evolution of this person, once defined by isolation and self-imposed barriers, now embodies a spirit of openness and a willingness to connect on a level that transcends the superficial. They are committed to forging a future where each day is an opportunity to nurture the bond between you, where every challenge is met with resilience, and where every moment of vulnerability is celebrated as a step toward a deeper understanding of one another. In closing, Please know that the transformation you witness is genuine and profound. The person who once seemed distant and self-contained has emerged renewed, wiser, more compassionate, and ready to be present for you in ways they never were before. Their journey of self-improvement is not a temporary phase, but an enduring commitment to growth, accountability, and the healing power of love. Every lesson learned, every mistake acknowledged, and every small step forward is a testament to the promise of a better tomorrow, one in which the unbreakable bond you share serves as the foundation for a life filled with hope, understanding, and unwavering love. No matter where life's winding paths may lead, you remain the irreplaceable constant in their heart. As they continue to grow and evolve, their deepest desire is to prove that this change is lasting, that the lessons of the past have forged a future in which both of you can thrive together. The journey ahead may be long and sometimes challenging, but with every heartbeat, every thoughtful gesture, and every moment of shared vulnerability, they are reminded that true love is worth every sacrifice and every effort. I stand before you today, not as the person I once was, but as someone who has learned to embrace responsibility, to value vulnerability, and to cherish the profound connection that binds our souls. I am ready to meet every challenge with courage and to build a future where our love is the guiding star. I promise to take each step with care and intention, knowing that the process of healing and rebuilding trust may be gradual, but it is also filled with hope and infinite potential. Thank you for being the light that guided me through the darkest of times, for teaching me the true meaning of strength, and for showing me that even in the midst of our struggles, love remains the most powerful force of all. I am eternally grateful for your patience, your understanding, and the way you have helped me see the beauty in change. Together, we will continue this journey, a journey of transformation, self-discovery, and, ultimately, the unbreakable unity of our hearts.